Hola bandidos, ¿cómo estamos? Welcome to Mel's Magic Official. I'm Magic Mel, and this is Al, one of my spirit guides, and welcome to season 7, episode 1. We're rolling even into this season. I am your oracle from ancient Egypt, embodied as Magic Mel currently. I am your painter of the numinous, alchemist of the new earth. Oh, I forgot my spiel. Joy coach, visual artist, dancer, and so much more. So much more, guys. Just like there's so much in you, there's so much in myself to be discovered constantly. Let's not limit ourselves to this one thing. We have ultimate in unlimited facets to discover ourselves, vale? So Mel's Magic Official here, we welcome diversity and we welcome curiosity and exploration. Va? We are adventurers here. And finally, this is the third video I'm recording today. Last two videos were the last two episodes of season 6, where they were a bit of my stomach. I ate papaya in my break. They were like musings. I like to just sometimes stream of consciousness, share my reflections also. But as promised, here are some cards for this new moon in Taurus. And it seems like this new moon in Taurus really brings with it a sense of grounding into our abundance, our stability, reassessing our values, and claiming our worthiness and our abundance, which are just there. But maybe some limiting beliefs are blocking that, are blocking the manifestation of that abundance. But to realize that everything is already within us liberates us because it makes us stop grasping out there, trying to satiate our need for that connection to abundance with something from out there. Yeah, so let's come back to home base, your connection with yourself right here, right now. Calm down, slow down, ground yourself in your body, and realize, hey, it's all already happening. I can take off my scarcity speculas, whatever you call them, and put on my abundance specs. And the world, I promise you, is going to look more colorful. Vamos allá. I don't know where to start, guys. Let's just roll with it. Connecting with my Asga team. You should know what Asga team means by now, and your Asga team. Remember, triple G, spirit guides, gods, and goddesses. Asga team with triple G. And connecting specifically with Archangel Haniel, Archangel of the Moon. What does this new start, new page, new chapter of intentions in the new moon of Taurus bring for us? What is in the energy? Let's see. I'm curious. I mean, today is the 21st, so the new moon was 19th and 20th, but give and take, the moon energies are always give and take 2 days before and after. Vamos allá. Oh God, guys, I need to stretch. All right. First card is the 7 of Cups in reverse. So let's look at it first in the upright. We have kind of a shadow of a figure looking at a whole buffet of cups with different prizes, different accolades, different acquisitions, different, temptations. And the 7 of Cups upright is literally that. Now we're faced with a lot of choices. We don't quite know which one to pick, which one is of value. And we spoke about value, coming back, reassessing what is really of value to us in the present moment, in our context, in our relation with other people, with the world. And in the reverse, it literally means coming out of that overwhelm, because I guess, do you also get that? I was like that in the past. You have so many choices and just create sometimes analysis paralysis, because you're like, I don't even know what I want anymore. I remember when I walked into a supermarket in the States for the first time, and I swear I just wanted simple Kellogg's cornflakes, and I walked into a supermarket and there was like what looked like a mile of cereals, and I was like, okay, started ding 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 ding. And after a while I was so overwhelmed, I didn't even know what I wanted anymore. I didn't even know what I came for anymore. I didn't even buy anything in the end anymore because I was so overwhelmed. So having a lot of options is a privilege, is a good thing, but sometimes honestly going back to basics, going back to the drawing board, reassessing what we really need and really value, and having a list, clarity on that, makes our life easier. Less choices, cutting out distractions, less choices, and then choosing with our intuition or discernment. That makes our life easier. So coming out of this overwhelm, have you been feeling overwhelmed with choices? Have you been feeling dispersed, unanchored? Have you lost your bearing, so to speak, your compass? Remember, you are your own compass. You, if you check in with yourself, know what is in your highest. Shut off all these voices from outside, your family, your friends' expectations, your cultural expectations, and check in. What do you really need now? That will help you come out of option paralysis and sensory overload, which is, I mean, for real, no? This world is bombarding us with information, with distractions, with stimulation. We're like constantly stimulated. It really takes, I guess it's an act of, I don't know if it's an act of courage, but let's use that word. An act of, or let's say an act of will to disconnect, to come back to ourselves, to our senses, to our own senses, without the influence of other energies. To really assess what is a choice and what is just mere distraction and superficiality. I feel what can really help us is going back to the drawing board and again, checking in with ourselves. What do I need? And what is of real value here? Do I really still need that? Or is what I have and what I am enough? Is the choice or what is presented to me, the opportunity, doesn't sit with my values? Because sometimes something can look like an opportunity for growth, but sometimes you don't really need to grow. It's not always about expansion in the sense of more. Sometimes it's really about deciding, which means cutting, decidere, no? Cutting away, slicing away, clarifying, coming back into essence, which actually paradoxically means growing, means expanding. But what I'm saying is cutting away distractions and really asking yourself what is really important at the end of the day. What is really important? So check in with yourself. Try not to get drowned in distractions. Create some spaciousness so you can reconnect with your own voice, your own truth barometer, your own discernment, and make a choice that feels expansive. And again, that expansiveness can mean a reductionist or reducing something in the outside world. For example, I told you, my last expansion had to do with getting rid of a lot of stuff in my physical space. So it meant getting rid of something, but that actually created spaciousness. That was actually in favor of my expansion. So it's not always about achieving or getting something more. Sometimes it's about letting something go and releasing something. So what can you release to help yourself come back with your own guidance system and check from there? How can you decide what needs to be released in order to feel more grounded or to feel more connected with yourself? Those are all choice points. Check in with yourself. Create some spaciousness where you can connect and even write down a list of like what you truly value and need in the present moment. Yeah? Don't get overwhelmed. I used to be like that too, don't worry. Okay. See, I sometimes go into my mind also where I start to feel self-conscious, but then I like now reconnect right here, right now, to my own being, to my own energy, and I feel less dispersed. It's an act of gathering ourselves again, reclaiming our fragmented consciousness, coming back into present moment beingness. So, okay, 7 of Cups in reverse is one of the energies of the new moon in Taurus, helping us to come back to our essence, get rid of distractions. What else is this new moon in Taurus bringing into our energetic field? Thank you, the Aska team, angel spirit guides, gods and goddesses, and angels. Tongue twister. What else is rolling in with this new moon in Taurus? Mama Saya. Ooh, guys, celebration. Magic Mel is all about celebrating. Not only the big wins, we always, we think, we need this big event to celebrate. I celebrate every single day, even small stuff. Seriously, it brings back the sacredness into the present moment, appreciation for the small steps, the Zen moments, connectedness with where we're at and what we're doing, how we're using our attention and our energy. So, but this is a big bang celebration. The Ten of Cups is like the wish fulfilled, literally. It is a little bit of a dreamy fairy tale energy, but why not? What I did this morning was I listened to one of my guided meditations from Lavender. It's really nice. She has a really nice voice. I really resonate with her voice. And there's this guidance, connecting with our breath, so and so, and then there's just this music. And when the music plays, I literally use that time to visualize my dreams and flesh them out in my imagination as much as I can, because that is what our imagination is for, to visualize what we want to create. I mean, sometimes we use it in the wrong way, destructive way, and visualize the worst case scenarios and actually bring that about. But how about using our mind and the imaginative capacity to visualize what we really consciously want to create? And it might look like a fairy tale scenario, but why not? Anything's possible, guys, literally. The only thing that makes it not possible is our disbelief. It's like in Star Wars, where I can't remember the dude who was learning. There's a scene where I think with his gaze, he's supposed to focus and lift the car, and then he didn't, because he didn't believe. It's literally the disbelief or the doubt cuts the vibration to our manifestation. So why not go all out? If anything and everything was possible, what would you dream about? How would you visualize it? This is what this energy talks about. The permission to liberate our imagination and really dream up our dream life and step into that visualization. How does it feel? Who are we with? How's it tasting, smelling? Literally involve our senses, because that's how we magnetize the manifestation into our reality. The mind is electric, but the body, the heart, is magnetic. So by feeling into it, literally, we fold the quantum field and bring it into our present moment. So go all out and use your manifestation abilities to the max for the good. Let's do 2 more cards. Thank you, Jaska team. What else? Coming out of analysis paralysis, using our imagination to visualize and feel into our dreams, our heart's desires, our fairy tale ending. Why not? I want a fairy tale ending to this story, that's for sure. I mean, I also, after visualizing, I also just thought back on my life, and has been quite an epic adventure, to be honest. I should write a book, because there's been some crazy chapters, and it's just getting crazier. But now crazy in a good sense, not crazy in a, you know what I mean, like overwhelm, dark sense. We're done with that. What else, dear Aska team, is coming in with this new moon in Taurus, Taurarians? Oh gosh, can it, like, talking about fairy tale? 10 of Pentacles. I mean, this is like the wish fulfillment fairy tale ending. This is like the abundance, literally manifesting a la max into our reality. 10 of Pentacles. Pentacles is all about material wealth, earthly abundance, and why not claim that too? Let's be like Khadija. Khadija is one of the goddesses I relate to from Islam, who's like, earthly abundance, spiritual abundance do not have to be separate. Again, our mind, we like to separate things all the time. How about integrating things? Earthly abundance, spiritual entrepreneur. Why not? Coconut. But look, here you see what looks like a wise man with his 2 dogs and people in the courtyard. It looks a little bit like, community, relationship with animals, relationship with the garden, in context with other people, in community, in a beautiful home. I mean, why not use this new moon in Taurus to literally write this down, what we want to manifest, and feel ourselves into that, and like children, pretend as if it's already there and make it happen that way. Children know how it goes. We kind of block children by saying, hey, you're just being, you're just daydreaming, but hello, that's how we manifest, how we visualize, how we bring things into our reality, by pretending, daydreaming, acting as if. So don't hold yourself back in terms of your emotional wish fulfillment, fairy tale, happy ending. Visualize it, bring it into your life, and your earthly abundance too. What you want your life to be. Write it out. Our words, spoken and written words, are psychosomatic. It's like, no, not psychosomatic, psychomagic, i.e., powerful vibrations that we release into the quantum field and attract everything we want into a present moment. Yeah. So use those powers that you have. Bring in your 10 of Cups and your 10 of Pentacles. Magic Mail says, hell yeah. Okay, one more card. It's looking good so far, guys. Coming out of Overwhelm, bringing our 10 of Cups into our life, our 10 of Pentacles into our life. What else? One more card. I'm going to do some writing down my wish list. It's good to focus our attention. Repeat it to ourselves. Be our own brainwasher in the good sense. You know, cut out the TV, cut out all this meta-narrative stuff of disempowerment, of scarcity, illusion, and be the narrator. Be your own benign, benevolent, creative, constructive creator voice to yourself. Hypnotize yourself in the good way. Yeah? By writing things down, by repeating things to yourself. Yes, you know, affirmations, but you got to feel those affirmations. Otherwise, it's just conceptual again. We got to re-embody ourselves. Let's come back from our conceptual, abstract minds back in touch with our physical vessel. That is a huge source of inteligencia. Well, the two cards came out. Should we take them? Yes. Vamos. Okay. The Two of Swords is a kind of dilemma state where we're like, okay, I don't know what to do. I have a blindfold on. Should I go left? Should I go right? And by, again, overthinking, we keep ourselves stuck. Don't be stuck. If you feel yourself at an impasse, now with this new moon in Taurus, I feel, again, it comes back to knowing that we are the ones who can liberate ourselves from our overthinking. And I remember when I was at an impasse, I really thought those two were the only, like, let's say this sword A, sword B, option A, option B. I thought, oh my God, I have to make a choice between those two. But once I actually detached myself from the entire situation entirely, I realized, oh my God, there's actually other options, or there's at least another way of looking at it. This talks to me again about coming out of your mind. Didn't I just say that? Back into your body, to really listen to your intuition, which might come up with a completely different option. So you're not stuck unless you make yourself believe that you're stuck. And it's usually your mind, fear speaking. Huh? So you're coming out of that. And the last card, the Knight of Cups, will help you with that. The Knight of Cups is a confident caballero energy from the Cups, emotional fulfillment. Talks about an offer coming in. And that really speaks to me about, once we step out of our mind from our overthinking, we realize that the option is probably an emotional one. It's not in the head. The release or the way out comes from a different kind of intelligence. It has to do with our body, with our emotions, with our heart. So allow the energy of the Knight of Cups to liberate you, to bring in an offer, an insight, a realization that comes probably from your heart or from your intuition or your higher self, outside of often the limited perspective of your mind. So this opportunity, this new way of thinking, this new perspective, this new mindset is part of this liberation and is connected with, remember, first card, coming out of our analysis paralysis, where in the mind everything feels overwhelming and too much to handle. If we come back into right here, right now, connect with our being, just like I did earlier where I felt a little bit, self-conscious. If I come back to base, connect with myself and release the mind's tension, I don't know if the solution is the right word. The way out is just there. And the way out is through being rather than thinking. Yeah. So allow the Knight of Cups to bring his cup of insight and help you come out of stagnation, analysis paralysis, and help you use your mind for what it's made for. The visualization of your dream life, of what you consciously want to manifest, using your mind for the positive rather than in the blocking sense or destructive way that comes from overthinking and disengaging from the present moment, disengaging from our body, and projecting fear stories into the future. Okay, the entire reading has, for me, reads as using the mind for what it's made for. This machinery of beautiful manifestation, part of the manifestation process, reading the feelings also. Stepping out of our mind, coming out of analysis paralysis, claiming our abundance, our emotional abundance, and our physical abundance, and stepping back into the present moment, engaging with our body. The horse is also very much instinct, not body. He's riding the horse. He's in touch with the horse. He knows how to ride the beast, so to speak. No, he's not being overwhelmed by the mind or the emotions. He's quite dignified and brings you a new way of looking at things, a new opportunity, a new insight that will help you come out of your potential stuckness in the mind. How's that for a new moon in Taurus reading, guys? For anyone new here in the channel, welcome. I appreciate every one of you. If you like my message, my videos, like, share, and subscribe. You don't necessarily need to unlike. I never see the point in that. If you don't like my stuff, you don't need to watch my videos. But I'm totally open, and I'm a lighthouse of my being, trying to resonate and bring in those of you who vibe with me. I'm a joy coach also. If you're interested in tarot readings or coaching, one-on-one coaching with moi, email me. My email is in the description box below. And I wish you, high five you wherever you are, wish you a beautiful Sunday and a wonderful last week of May coming up right after tomorrow. Ciao. See you guys soon for episode 2.